Welcome to Hoops Junction. Lavar Ball has been talking a lot of smack about his sons, about Charles Barkley, about Michael Jordan. It's very comical, but you gotta respect his hustle because he is in the business of getting attention, grabbing attention. So what does that do? What does that mean? If you don't understand anything about today's day and age, attention is the new currency, which means that the more attention you get, the more money is going to flow in your pocket. One way, it doesn't matter if it's good attention, bad attention. You know, the Kardashians are notorious for this, where they grab all the attention, grab all the media headlines, and that feeds into their brand. And Lavar is essentially building his kids' brand. Lonzo Ball, LaMelo, all those guys. He's building their brand. And I'm sorry if I say their names wrong or whatever the case is, maybe because I don't really pay attention to them. But Lavar is poking everybody like, oh, my son is better than this. He could be better than Curry. You know, I could beat Jordan one-on-one. All these claims, which haven't been proven, which most likely, you know, are 100% false. He is just trying to grab people's attention so you can pay attention to the way that his kids are playing, and for them to get recruited and for them to get drafted. I don't understand why everybody's making like a big to-do about what he's saying, because he's just spitting that big bravado. It's just all talk. It's big talk. You know what I'm saying? He has nothing to back it up or nothing like that. So he just wants to get his sons, you know, to get the eyes of, you know, scouts, other college teams, NBA scouts, NBA players, and stuff like that to feed into the brand. Because that's the new thing. It's just attention. It is with everything. ESPN, they grab your attention, then they can sell you subscriptions. You know, even with this channel, grab your attention. You can check out our website, www.hoopsjunction.com. You can check us out on Instagram at Hoops Junction, our Twitter at Hoops Junction. So this is all just getting attention. The only difference from what he's doing, what everybody else is doing, is he's setting a bad precedent. Like, the way he's setting up the business is going to hurt him in the future. Because you're talking all this stuff about your son being great, or you could beat Jordan. What happens when your son's in that room with Jordan? Or there's time to sign the endorsement deal with Jordan? How does that go? Because of what you did in the past. You know, if you want to look at rap music, Jim Jones, he's a rapper from the Diplomats. He beat up a lot of people. He hurt a lot of people's feelings. He spit a lot of people's faces. When he had that song Ballin', he was all the way up. Everything was going well. When that went away, the single wasn't as popping anymore. His next album wasn't as great. Everybody spit in his face. They told him to kiss their ass on his way down. And that's sort of the way that Lavar is setting up his business. Right now, his sons are doing well. I believe one of them got a recent injury, but other than that, they're doing well. They're on they got the hoop mixtapes. Everything's going well. But when things aren't going well, when the injury happens, or when they're in that room with the person you were talking smack about, or when they have to show your kid on the court, how does that go? And that's what he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn that, okay, we're all the way here, but then when things start going lower, this is what starts to happen. Our light starts to dim a little bit. Our shine starts to, it's not as illustrious anymore, and people start paying less attention to us. So it's better for the people to pay attention to your kids because they're great players, not because they have a dad that's talking like Don King setting up for a fight. It's too much hype. He's hyping up the kids way too much, and he's putting a lot of undue pressure on them. The Chino Hills, they're undefeated, but they had a lot of close calls where it was buzzer beaters or they had to come back in like a minute. So, what happens when they take that first loss or whatever the case is? Now, okay, are you guys still as great? So those are the things that he's not factoring in. He just wants his kids to go to the pros, which I have no problem with it. And I think that at the end of the day, if and when his kids do get to the professional ranks, he'll take all the heat for them, which is another bad thing because, I love the fact that a dad is in their kids' lives. He's raising them to be men. And from what I've heard, they're great men. He's teaching them life lessons. But what happens when, the kid has to pay for the sins of the father, or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? Or is that going to separate? Because I'm telling you one thing, I will never allow my father to pay for anything any of my wrongdoings, and vice versa. I shouldn't have to pay for what he did in the past. So, and that's the thing that he's going to have to teach his sons, because he's not going to always be there to hype them up. And, you know, what happens when the hype man is gone is like, okay, do we pay as much attention to the kids? So I think it's a good problem to have, though, because honestly, he got his own hashtag, Lavar Ball says. I think it's a good problem for him to have. It's just, I think it puts a lot of unjust pressure on the kids. And I feel like if the kids fall short, then when people start talking about their daddy, it's going to be like a whole new other thing. Because some people can handle people joking around on them and talking smack about them. But other kids, you know, some kids, you talk about their parents, they're going to jump on you. So what happens when they have to get in their first fist fight over what their daddy said? And that's the thing, like, your parents shouldn't put you in positions where you got to fight for things in that nature. You know what I'm saying? They should fight on the court, like ball out on the court, but never have to worry about suffering from what their dad said. So that's my take on it, man. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with what Lavar Ball is doing, or do you think he's out of line? This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.